Can you bring us the examples, Gautam, where you think Elon Musk has been playing fast and loose with safety?
Caroline, my critique is about the culture that he's establishing at Tesla, right? So what we know about safety cultures in every company that has ever decided to make safety its number one priority is they de-emphasize hierarchy and they make it safe to dissent. But safety, physical safety for your customers and for your employees comes from psychological safety, from your employees being willing to say, hey, we're making a mistake, we need to stop this. And if there's anything that you can see about the way Musk runs everything, not just Tesla, it's he's incredibly intolerant of dissent, of people beneath him saying, hey, I don't think this is right. We've seen a multitude of lawsuits against Tesla from employees saying that they've been retaliated against for raising safety concerns. When you have that kind of a culture, being a safe company becomes almost impossible.
And you sort of take echoes from the past with
Yeah.
Boeing, for example, and the issues that company has faced in a similar time of going for growth over potentially safety calls and a clearer chain of command.
That's right. Boeing used to be the safest of all airline companies because they had this culture, one that was dominated by engineers, where when people thought there was a safety concern, everything else would go by the wayside until it was fixed. And where you had complete freedom as an employee at Boeing to go to anyone at Boeing and say, no, like we have a problem and this is a really, really important. When Boeing abandoned that culture in order to pursue short-term shareholder returns, we found out that there were short-term returns for a little while, although not recently, of course, but much worse than that, the safety reputation of Boeing that had been cultivated for almost a century was thrown away because their airplanes started crashing, which they had never done in the same way.
And there's not mutually exclusive outcomes here. Just because you're putting safety first doesn't mean you need to hold back innovation. And you highlight, well, a couple of key executives in the past, particularly in the mining field, that really went for security and actually benefited them.
So the most famous example of this in the United States is Paul O'Neill at Alcoa, who said, we are going to make this the safest company in the world. And when he first announced this, when he became CEO, one of his investors went and sort of said, they've appointed a hippie to run the company and he's going to destroy it. And in fact, while he was CEO, the value of the company went up by a factor of 9. Because what O'Neill realized is there is no such thing as a well-run, unsafe factory. Similarly, Cynthia Carroll at Anglo American, when she transformed safety in Anglo American, said, there is no such thing as a well-run, unsafe mine. So no, these are absolutely not in tension. Psychological safety helps you on safety issues at the company as a whole. They also help you on innovation. It is the single determinant factor, more important than any other, in determining the success of a team is how psychologically safe the people on it feel. When you take away everything.
It's interesting, Gautam, though, you reference a lot about the push into the robo-taxi space in particular, that this is the moment that Elon Musk needs to be focused on safety above all else. But actually, he's been outrun by local competition, Waymo already on the streets performing. You've got China in particular showing growth when it comes to robo-taxis and autonomous vehicles. So he's not really sort of running ahead of himself in terms of pushing for innovation ahead of safety, or do you feel that there has been moments where that's occurred?
So, I mean, there certainly have been moments. So before robo-taxis, Teslas are incredibly safe cars if you are in a crash. But the ideally safe car is one that never gets in a crash in the first place. And Teslas do not do nearly as well. In fact, autopilot, for example, does not seem to make you safer when you're driving the car. It may actually make you a little less safe because it decreases driver attention. So we were already starting to see concerns about that with Tesla. But going forward, I mean, Tesla is not the leader in automated driving. Waymo is. We all know this. They are vastly ahead technologically. But Tesla's promises of what they're saying they will offer, if they want to offer anything like that successfully, they have to be at least as safe as Waymo, and they probably need to be better. And that will be very, very difficult to do if they don't have a culture where people, every single person at Tesla, feels safe to say, Elon Musk, we are not a safe company.
Gautam, do you have the confidence that the culture will allow for that? Because thus far, the corporate governance is saying we are sticking by Elon and Elon only. We're not even assessing whether anyone could ever indeed replace him if needed.
I don't at all. I would never underestimate Elon Musk to work, miracles or what seem like miracles. But there is a track record of CEOs who have transformed the culture of their companies in ways like this. O'Neill is one example. Alan Mulally would be another. And the thing you'd say about them is they really don't operate anything like Elon Musk. They emphasize that the team is more important than themselves. They emphasize that hierarchy is the death of success in an organization. This is not the way Musk has operated anywhere he has been, certainly in the last 10 years. You could have, you could make a real question about whether early Elon operated like that, but the one we see today just does not.